Yo, what is up, Sexy Beast? Crazy Rabbit here, and today we're going to be doing the top 5 most annoying bosses in Call of Duty Zombies, so let's go ahead and get this shit started. So just because a boss zombie is on this list does not necessarily mean it's a terrible idea, even though some are. I'm just trying to say that whenever I'm having a good old time playing zombies, these guys show up and just have to ruin everything. So taking the number 5 spot is going to be the monkeys from Ascension. Now Ascension is my all-time favorite map, but I will throw some shit at it every now and then, and this is definitely one of those times. I feel like the monkeys could have been a really good idea, but they were just implemented very, very poorly. So in case you guys didn't know, the monkeys' health actually goes up per round, similar to like the zombies, and unlike a lot of other boss zombies which just have like a set amount of health, the monkeys are going to get stronger and stronger as you go through the rounds. So eventually the only thing that's going to kill the monkeys is a thunder gun and traps, but unfortunately you have to shoot the monkeys twice with a thunder gun to actually kill them, which makes your whole ammo situation when you're going to high rounds on Ascension a very, very crucial situation, and you have to be constantly making sure you have enough thunder gun ammo to actually make it through the next monkey round, because that's the only thing that's going to kill them, that and those fire traps. And also the other bad thing about the monkeys is what exactly they do. So these guys are actually going to go and steal your perks. They're going to go over to your perk machine and start wailing on it until they actually take it from you. Now, if you're playing with 4 people, this isn't necessarily a bad thing, but where it really kind of sucks is if you're playing solo. It is very hard to guard every single perk that you have at once. Unless you're really, really lucky and they all decide to go after the same perk, you're probably going to lose at least 1 or 2 perks every monkey round. It's just a fact, and you're constantly going to have to make sure you have enough points to keep going back and buying your perks over again. And if for some god-awful reason you actually like Quick Revive and you actually buy it, I don't understand why you would, but if for some reason you do, if the monkeys steal it, that actually does count and you lose that 1 Quick Revive. And that's actually like one of the causes for me to stop buying Quick Revive altogether, was the monkeys in Ascension. Now lastly, the last thing that annoys me about these guys is that they are not affected by grenades. Well, they kind of are, but if you throw a grenade at them, they can pick it back up and throw it right back at you, which really does suck, and that can kind of be annoying sometimes too, because, I mean, hey, you want to use everything you can to kill these guys, and if they're just throwing grenades back at you and you don't have PhD Flopper, it might as well be game over. So I feel like the monkeys could have been a really good idea, but solo-wise and high round-wise, they were just implemented too poorly, and that's why they're number 5. So taking the number 4 spot is going to be the Astronaut from Moon. Now similar to Ascension, I love Moon, it's one of my favorite all-time maps. But the Astronaut sucks major, major ass, and let me tell you why. So he spawns in almost every round. That's a huge pain. He does move kind of slow, so you can kind of always bob and weave around him, especially if you're in the biodome. You really don't have to worry too much about him. But if you're a high round player, you are more than likely not going to be running in the biodome. You're probably going to do something else. You're probably going to do a faster strategy, which means you're going to be in a close quarter environment. And if the Astronaut comes in there, he's just going to fuck your day up. And it doesn't really help that sometimes he can literally spawn right on top of you, and you don't get anything for killing him. So unlike the monkeys, if you kill them all, you get a max ammo, and you're also, if you can protect the perks, you're going to get a free perk. With the Astronaut, he just spawns in every round. He doesn't give you anything. If you kill him, he just explodes and takes out any nearby zombies. But if you're going for high rounds, that doesn't really help you that much. He doesn't give you a max ammo, doesn't give you a free perk, doesn't even give you a carpenter, for fuck's sake. He probably wouldn't even call you back in the morning if you slept with them. The Astronaut was just a poor boss zombie idea. And it also doesn't help that he steals your perks. So what this guy does is basically just follows you around the map. He always knows where you're at, and if he can grab a hold of you and teleport you, he's going to steal your perk. Now it doesn't just suck that he steals your perks, but it also sucks that when he grabs a hold of you, you can escape if you're really quick enough and just back out of it. But if you can't, he's going to hold on to you, and the zombies can sit there and wail on you, and you're basically helpless during that time. So he is a very dangerous boss zombie if he can get a hold of you, and he steals your perks, and he spawns in like every round, and you get literally nothing for killing him, so he should have really not even been in the map. So taking the number 3 spot is going to be Brutus. So if you were to ask me a couple years ago, hey, do you hate Brutus? I would have said, no, I think he's a pretty good boss zombie. But that kind of changed in like the past year. Brutus, in my opinion, is very, very annoying. And the main reason for that is the screen shaking. I cannot stand that fucking screen shaking. Whenever he spawns in, he's got to shake your screen. And it just doesn't happen once or twice. It happens the entire time. And the closer he gets to you, the worse it's going to get. And it really pisses me off that every fucking single custom zombies map has to have a Brutus in there now. Every single one. They can't have dogs, they can't have the napalm zombies, they can't have the shriekers, they can't have the jumpin' jacks. No, every single custom map creator loves fucking Brutus and decides to put 20 of them on every round. I don't know what it is about him. He is so goddamn annoying with that screen shaking, I just can't stand it, and that's why he's number 3 on this list. He's overused in custom zombies, and that screen shaking, man, you guys don't understand how bad that triggers me. I just really hope I stop seeing him in every single custom zombie map. And it really does suck in Mob of the Dead, especially if you're on the bridge, because when you get to the bridge, one will spawn. The next round, another one will spawn. And then the next round, another one will spawn. So you're going to get more and more Brutuses every single round, and that can be a lot of screen shaking, and it just makes me want to cry in all honesty. So that's why I put him at number 3. Alright, so taking the next two spots are going to be boss zombies that I wish were never invented, and I really had a tough decision on which one I thought would go in number 1 and which one I thought would go in number 2. And ultimately, I decided to put George Romero at number 2. I fucking hate George goddamn Romero. I hate him in real life now. Like, I never met the guy. I know he makes zombies movies, but other than that, I don't know him. I fucking hate him in real life. If I ever saw him in real life, I'd be like, dude, I hate you with every fiber of my being, all because of Call of the fucking Dead. George in Call of the Dead is a huge fucking annoyance. Mainly because, one, he has a shit ton of health. I think it's like 300,000 health, which is a lot. Just throwing it into perspective, the ray gun does like 2,000 points of damage. So George is very, very tanky. And also, he spawns in like every other round. Even if you manage to kill him, he's just going to spawn back in the next round. Now, if you actually do kill him, you do get a free perk and the Wonder Waff, which is pretty good, and you really do need that if you're going to high rounds. But if you use the VR11 on him, he's just going to go away for the rest of that round and spawn right back in, and he's constantly going to follow you. The thing that really pisses me off about it is, when Call of the Dead was first announced, I strictly remember this. They said, snipers are going to love this map. But George Romero just makes it to where sniping is virtually impossible, and you absolutely just want to cry, because you can't really do anything, because he's always following you. And the other thing that really pisses me off about George Romero is when you shoot him, he's got to do the goddamn electric screen shaking bullshit. Similar to Brutus, I hate when my screen shakes. I really cannot stand it. But George Romero adds on to it. He also electrocutes you and makes it to where you can't move. And this happens every time you piss him off or actually shoot him. And if you're trying to kill him, it's going to happen a lot. So I absolutely hate George Romero with every fiber of my being, and that's why he's at number 2. So coming in at number 1 is going to be the Denizens. I think before I went to round 50 on Transit, I think the Denizens would have probably been number 2. But just because, like, the other day I went to round 50 on Transit, the Denizens are number 1. I fucking hate these motherfuckers because whenever I was training outside of the farm, sometimes I would go a little bit too far and I would actually go into, like, the Denizens welcome area. And one of them would jump on me while I'm getting chased by 24 fucking zombies, and I would have to, like, panic and try to get rid of him really quick before those zombies actually caught up to me and downed me. The Denizens are so fucking annoying. There's so many, they spawn every time you're in the fog, which basically makes the fog unplayable, not that it was because it's the fog, and you get absolutely nothing for killing him, and it kind of just pushes you more towards riding the bus than actually running through the fog. So I'm not really sure what they were thinking when they decided to put the Denizens in here. I think they were probably trying to say, hey, how can we make the worst map in Zombies history? And they actually did succeed with Transit because just everything about that map, man, just is god-awful. But even if you do happen to like Transit, I'm pretty sure we can all agree the Denizens are fucking annoying, and I wish they were never in that map. If they weren't in that map, I feel like Transit would be a lot better, but unfortunately they are. So I'm very curious to know, what is your guys' top 5 most annoying boss zombies? Let me know in the comments, and if you guys could, please leave a like and subscribe if you have not already. Peace.